Hello everybody, Arknova here, getting back some more Let's Play Trails in the Sky second chapter. When last we left off, we just did a few of the side quests in Bose, and now we're actually going to do a few more. So we did these kill quests. Metal has been stolen by someone. The Arbonian ambassador hereby requests immediate. Please inquire at the following address. Arbonian Embassy, Freedom Hotel, room 203. Alright, so let's go. Oh no, Freedom Hotel is just right up here. Not there, right up here. This room is currently used by the Imperial Ambassador. If you have no business here, please refrain from entering. Is this where we can contact the Imperial Ambassador? Yes, that's correct, but do you have some business with us? You're the ones who have business, I think. We're from the Bracer Guild. You guys submitted a request? Ah, Bracers, I see. Pardon me. If possible, I'd like to have you listen to an explanation of the case immediately. Do you have time at the moment? Yes, we do. Yeah, no problem. This way, then, please. The secretary will explain the details. Sir, the Bracers have come to attend you. Oh, you're here. Oh, you are all... Hey, it's been a while. Heh. You seem well as always. You too. Thank you very much for your support in the capital. What brings you to Bose? With the signing ceremony over, I finally have a somewhat open schedule. I'd been planning a visit for some time, and now just finally managed to realize it. I see, a survey of sorts. It matters not. More importantly, my medal must be recovered. Is it that important? Barkley, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and show it to the Bracers. Yes, immediately. It seems like the ambassador's quite concerned. Well, it's not an unreasonable reaction. This event is quite the serious crisis for the good of the good ambassador. After all, that medal is an heirloom of great honor and glory bestowed directly from the Emperor. To have that stolen is a slap directly to the ambassador's face. Should news of this reach the fatherland, the good ambassador would be the laughingstock of the capital. The laughingstock of the capital. Isn't that a bit extreme? I'm afraid not. I love my country dearly, but a blunder like that would be blood in the water for the high society sharks. Should the rumor spread, there is no doubt that his reputation would take quite the beating behind the scenes. Yikes, talk about nasty. Arbonian society really is a scary place, huh? That is the fate of those who live in politics. Do you now understand why we asked you to come? Yeah, I see. I think I got it. So what's this thing the ambassador talking about? He acted like he wanted to show us something. Yes, actually. There was a card that appeared to be a declaration of criminal intent left at the scene. A card? Yes, something like that. Allow me. Lovely princess and your escorts. The bell of judgment draws near. The Iron Horse's medal is in my hand. Should you desire to reclaim it, strike through mine riddles. Your first key is the following spell. Rickle. Back the in flower. Rickle. Lucier, back the in flower. Cyrule? I don't know. The end of everything is the beginning. Heed this well. Really, he puts a lot of work into these. The guy is so persistent, I can't even work up the energy to complain. Yep, not even worth getting worked up about. Anyway, we should go over the important parts of the card. Okay, well, the main point what seems to be this Rickle word. I think we have to start by looking for what that means. In which case, the bits come after that, or in which case, the bits that come after that will be important. Most likely, those parts will be the hint to that word. The end of everything is the beginning. Certainly does sound like it. Should be enough to start with. First, let's check out the town using that as a hint. Do you think you'll be able to investigate the matter? Yeah, we should be. Well then, if we find anything out, we'll let you know. Yes, we expect good results from you all. The investigation shall be underway then? We're counting on you. Yeah, leave it to us. Alright, so I will meet you guys at where the first answer is. Right there. Alright, so we are in Bose South Block, behind the Orbital Factory Lucier, which is Rickle backwards, talking about this flower at the back. hint we were given was Rickle, back the inn flower. Flower in the back. Lucier, flower in the back. And the end of everything is the beginning. It must be a hint to read them in reverse. So we have to read the entire phrase backwards. Rickle must be special though, since it's all in caps. We probably reversed the letters there. You end up with flower in the back. Lucier. Ah, I get it now. You say Lucier and Bose, it's gotta be this place. Right. So the card mentions a flower. Let's take a look. There's a card attached to the pop. Yes, found it. Another riddle solved. Okay, let's see here. Your second key is the following spell. 5th K C2E. View the open book. And remember always this wisdom. Those who seek the truth must forever look a step ahead. What the hell? 5th K C2E? That's our hint? Pure gibberish? Thanks, man. Now you're also giving me a headache. I think the riddle lies in the phrase itself and how it is read. As in the last. The look a step ahead portion is doubtlessly an important hint. One or another, we just look around the town. Maybe we'll figure something out if we wander a bit. Yeah, just sitting here ain't gonna do much for us. Let's get moving. Yeah, let's go. Look a step ahead. So TK2. I don't know. I'll meet you guys back where the answer is. So at the 3rd floor of the Bracer Guild, there's this book on the open table. There's an open book on the table. What the hell am I talking about? When Estelle investigated the book, she found a card stuck to it. Okay, found it. Let's see. Should you seek the 3rd key, seek ye the reverently held casket. Yup, we got it. Of course, advance each letter. Oh. In the 5th K2C2E by 1, and it becomes Guild 3F. The 3rd floor of the guild house. That's the riddle solved, I guess. What the hell? Seriously, right in the middle of the guild house? That clown's trying to mock us. We'll have to show him what mockery gets you next time we see him. Yeah, no kidding. The next hint is reverently held casket. Another metaphor. Pretty safe to assume so, yeah? These aren't exactly a ton of caskets just lying around bows. My thoughts exactly starting to get into the clown's head, eh? Speaking of heads, let's put ours together and figure out what this casket's supposed to be. And as always, I'll see you guys there. So at the Bose International Port, the reverently held casket is this forklift container here. Right here in the airport. The reverently held casket, huh? Calling it a coffin is a bit of a stretch, but it is being held like it was holy. Yeah, but there's a problem. I don't see that Bozo's card anywhere. That is weird. I'm sure this is it, though. Wait, I know. I bet it's on the bottom of that thing. But we face a dilemma. Unless we are capable of transfiguring ourselves into mice, none of us can get under it to check. Yeah, good point. This container has to be it, too. Let's see. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You were messing with machinery on my maintenance deck, weren't you? What the hell are you trying to do? We weren't messing with anything. We're trying to investigate this container. Investigate? What? I think this will explain. Agate showed Lakely his bracer envelope. Ah, you lot. Has the case led you to my dock? Right to the middle of it, in fact. Oh, right, I wanted to ask, can we use this machine? You bet you can. And what are you looking to do exactly? We just need to take a look at the bottom of that container. Could you lift it just enough for us to take a look? Sure, I suppose. Wait here a sec. Alright, here we go. Alright, it's locked and safe. You should be able to take a look now. Thanks, mister. Come on, let's see if there's anything here. There was indeed a note attached to the bottom of the container. And here it is. Thank you, sir. That's all we needed. Great, let me get this container back down there. Seems you found what you were looking for. Our thanks for your aid, my good man. Don't worry, it was no big deal. Anyway, I don't know what you're investigating, but good luck with it. Well, I need to get back to work. Of course, thanks again. That was Blue Blonde. Phew, I'm glad he was willing to help. Yeah, and now time to get on with it. Right, the card. The door has been thrown open. Seek ye proof of vanity? Find it in the words of the goddess. That's it. Looks like we're just about done. At long last. So we seek the words of the goddess, do we? Well, you say goddess, and there's really only one place I can think of. Yep, gotta be it. Let's get over there. Off we go. Alright, I'll meet you guys there. Second floor of the Bose Chapel. There's this gospel book. These are the testaments of the Septian Church, aren't they? Do you think this could be the words of the goddess that Blue was talking about? Spot on. The testaments are supposed to be the great tidings brought about by the goddess in book form. Now that you mention, I remember learning something about that in Sunday school. Anyway, let's check it out. When Estelle investigated the book, she found an iron medal wedged between the pages. Medal with the two-winged horse and sword design. Sweet, we found it. But man, look at this thing. A little imposing for a medal, don't you think? It certainly is. That's the Erebonian way. By comparison, the Berlians tend to lean towards keeping things simple and elegant. So it's a cultural thing? I never would have guessed. Plus, with Master Cranall wearing it and all, this medal is gonna be an impact. You're gonna need the impact of a boot to the head. It kind of works in a way. That's one way of putting it. Any less showy on a guy like with that presence, and nobody would notice the damn thing's even there. That's more true than ever now, too. The medal being stolen has no doubt been more than a little frustrating for him. Now that you mention it, well, whatever. At least we found it. Let's go give it back to him. Is it true? You really found my medal? Yep, we got it. Well, here, showing you is probably the best way to return it to you. Let me return it to you. And so hand it over the medal. Oh, it truly is mine. You found it. You really found it. I hate to interrupt the moment, but is this something or other medal what you were looking for then? It's not something or other medal. It's the Grand Cordon of the Order of the Winged Stallion. This is no ordinary medal. It is an exceptionally high honor that all long to receive and few ever obtain. Did you say something? No, nothing. Anyway, it's the right medal, or cordon thingy, right? Yes, most definitely. This avoids the worst possible scenario. Now, if the criminal responsible could just be punished, things will be settled. Do you have an idea who the criminal might be? We've totally got an idea, but unfortunately, where they went is another matter. What? Is there no way you can capture them? Not immediately, no. The one we've got our eyes on is a culprit that's quite a well-known thief. Have you heard the name Phantom Thief B before? Phantom Thief B? He's been appearing in the Pearl? Ah, so you do know him. Yes. He rained havoc in the Imperial capital for some time. He was a man who could not be captured even by the Imperial army. It seems I should be glad that my medal returned after all this time. Yeah, it seems that way. Barclay. Sir. Do you have the item prepared? Yes, here. Well, I feel some regret that things did not proceed to capturing him. Against the infamous Phantom Thief B, you can hardly be blamed. You recovered my medal in good order and maintained the dignity of the Empire. In acknowledgement of your great services to the Empire, I, the Erebonian Imperial Ambassador, grant you this Eisenritter's medal. Estelle was granted the Eisenritter's medal. She did her best to keep a straight face. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Congrats! Oh boy. Talk about making a big fuss of things. I suppose this is also part of their national character? It's not so bad once you get used to it. I understand your speechless at being awarded such an honor. It must be very hard for you to contain yourself. Ah, sweet youth. I was the same when I received my first medal. However, do not feel unworthy. No, your efforts are more than deserving of this. I expect great deeds in the future as befitting of one to receive this medal. Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. What's that medal do? Alright. The rarest flavor. I think I have all of that. So, Bose's North Block. Meet you guys there. And here in the Anteros, we are looking for a one-way. Well, let's get some golden risotto and learn how to do that. I'm a researcher for ancient life. Yada yada yada. I'm gonna look forward to it. Okay. Where the hell are you, Gwen? You're supposed to be in here. Right. Oh, no, that is not the anti-rose. Haha, I'm a clown. I finally put a new dish that Gwen thought up on the menu. It's so different compared to our usual stuff. She really brings out her own personal style with every dish she cooks. To constantly surprise and delight your guests, a fluid menu is best. To be a top-class chef, you must also have the power to innovate outside of your culinary comfort zone. There we are. Yes, what is it? Yeah, hi. We saw your posting on the guild board. You're Gwen, right? That's correct. Yes? Oh, wait, I know you. Aren't you the ones who got ingredients for us a while back? Yep, that's us. Hello, it would seem our fates are intertwined. Shall we get down to the details? We shall. Sure. So this is the job to collect ingredients, right? That's right. I need some rare ingredients for research into new frontiers of cooking. And I'm going to need you to go gather them. It isn't terribly urgent, so feel free to hold off until you have more time. Alright then. I think we'll use some advice on collecting this stuff. Some of the ingredients on lists are pretty rare. Yeah, that's a good point. Juicy bones, for example, are kind of hard to get. At least the ones you want, intact. The most difficult ones will be juicy bones and curative horns. The lucky fangs will be a bit easier, I think. Is this all available in the Bows region? Yes, the monsters around here should drop them in reasonable quantities. You can get good bones in Nebel Valley, I believe. Horns are at their toughest north of Ravenou, and you can find fang monsters in the Crow Pass. That's kind of spread out. It's going to involve a lot of walking. Well, that's the idea. This very difficulty is why I need assistance. You do have a point there. Once you have all the ingredients, bring them here. I'd like to receive them all at once. If you bring them piecemeal, I'll just send you right back out to get the rest. So just deliver all in one go? Honestly, I think that's easier on us anyway. I doubt we plan on eating them either, no. Though we should take care not to inadvertently mix them in any recipes we make ere our return. Yeah, do you have any other questions? If not, I must get back to work. Let's see, we have the location we need, instructions on delivery method. Nope, I think we're all set. Good luck then. I'll be waiting here. Oh, do you have the ingredients? Yeah, take a look. Estelle showed the gathered ingredients to Gwen. Yes, this appears to be everything. Let me take them off your hands then. Phew, and that is that. Haha, well done. Really, thank you for helping me. I know how busy you are, and it really means a lot that you're willing to assist. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad we could help. If you have time, please come in again for a bite. And good luck in your travels. Yeah, see ya. And good luck with your experiment, Gwen. The rarest flavor completed. And now one last thing. The missing lady. Raina at the Antaros. Hey! I'm already here. How lucky. Maybe this one? No. So it's just a casual clothes and with anger. That was a proposal from her. It's true, it ill suits the occasion. And this one? Nope. Sense of covering the background as it used to be. Still, I can't help but feel uncomfortable with the whole thing. Ah, no, right here. Buy some time, somehow. Stall them. I've already taken action on my end. Excuse me. What is it? My time is... Oh, wait, you're... Huh? Hey, you're Raina, right? You know each other? Yeah, she's a student at the Royal Academy. But what are you doing here, Raina? It's quite a long story. I assume you saw our posting? Well, yeah, that's why we're here. I would like for you to handle this mission as quickly as possible. Will you accept it right now? Sounds pretty urgent. Let's get to it. You accept then? Oh, thank you. I will explain the situation to the racers. You go deal with the rest of them. As you wish, miss. Please take care of our mistress. Yes? Who was that, exactly? I feel like I've missed something. A servant of the house, like me. We are both charged with caring for the mistress. Charged with, Yes, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain what's happened from the beginning. Please. Right then. Estelle, you remember Felicity, yes? Felicity? Yeah, actually. I think I'd know her if I saw her. Yet another student, I'm guessing? Correct. If nothing else, you can identify her by her uniform. It is the same as mine. So what's Felicity done exactly? She ran away. Eh? As I said, she ran away. Specifically from here at the Antarose. She ran away from the restaurant? Why would she need to do that? I believe I understand what happened. It's what you might call a dine and dash, no? That's what you do, you glutton. Why did she flee? I would like to ask her that myself. After all, today is the most auspicious day for our mistress. And what's that supposed to mean? Take a look over there by the corner. Oh, the proposal. Hang on, that's the son of a certain Erebonian noble, yes. He has traveled far into what most Erebonians consider a barbarian hinterland for a wedding conference with our mistress. Oh, okay, I see. A wedding you mean like an arranged marriage? This girl's being forced into a marriage? Student she may be, but the mistress is 16. As the daughter of a noble house of the Erebonian Empire, it is shameful for her to have no proposals. Now, just a freaking second. There are kind of more important things that your family's high and mighty honor or whatever. Have you considered what she thinks? This proposal comes from a person of noble lineage and personal status. If Milady Felicity meets him, I am sure she'll find him compatible. That's so not the problem here. Man, I can kind of see why she fled at this point. So she took a stand and fled from getting shoehorned into being a trophy wife? If anything, I'm more tempted to cheer her on. I am so not in the mood to joke about this. Man, I hate getting wrapped up in stuff like this. You are, of course, entitled to your own opinions. I will refrain from voicing my objections. What matters now is not a debate over the merits of free love, but bringing back Mistress Felicity. Yeah, moral debates aside, her being out on her own, out of contact with everyone, isn't helping anybody, least of all her. Any idea where she would have gone? Felicity's personality is such that she tends to go off as far as she can when she is committed to something. I suspect she has gone quite some way at this point. Quite some way, huh? Other side of the city, maybe? She wouldn't go into the roads. Quite the opposite, in fact. We know she's nowhere in town. In other words, she has taken to the roads by default. On foot. What? But that's really dangerous right now with the monsters the way they are. Ergo, my request. Do you understand now how severe the situation is? Damn, say that first instead of distracting us with this wedding crap. Any idea where this girl went? I'd take a vague direction at this point. The mistress said again and again she was returning to the academy. Beyond that, I fear I cannot help you. The academy, so towards Rouen. That'd be to the west of here. Yeah, we should check the road to Rouen first. It's a plan. Okay, Reina, I still really don't like this, but we'll go find her. Anything else before we go? Yes. Given everything, may I ask you to convey a message to her? Sure, what's up? If you would, tell her you're such a coward. That is all. Wow, bitchy. Oh, what? You're really sure you want us to deliver that? I am sure. Call it a calculated action. Fine, whatever. Let's just get this done. Yeah, fine. We're off then. Good luck to you then. So I will meet you guys where I find her at. Be right back. Alright, we're at Chrome Pass where Felicity would be. There's Miss Felicity. Felicity. Phew, I'm glad I managed to get this far. Oh, but I can't stay here forever. I've got to figure out some way to get back to Genis or... Aha! Looks like the Royal Academy student. I'm guessing that's the runaway we're looking for. Yeah. Oh, you are? Hi, it's been a while. I guess it has, anyway. Haha. It's only hit me just now. Since we last went at the academy, yes? What brings you here today? If I can, I'd like to ask you something. We're dealing with an emergency, and we'd like to ask your cooperation. My cooperation? With what, exactly? It's not hard or anything. We just need you to come with us, back to Bose. You! I knew it. Let me guess, you're Reina's hired thugs now? Thugs, I'd kinda like not to be compared to surly guys with clubs, thanks. What a tragic mistake. I am an ally of fair maidens, not their foe. Now hang on, miss. Figured that school would have taught you this lesson. Bracers are sworn to neutrality in conflicts. We're no one's thugs and no one's operatives. Yes, I know what you are, in theory. But trust me, I know how the world really works. Regardless of pretty words, you intend to drag me back by force, don't you? If you try to flee into dangerous wilderness on your own, we may have to, yes? This ain't a barrel of laughs for us either. Please, just cooperate and come with us. Stay back, you! Any closer and I'll scream. Felicity, just calm down a second. It's okay, we're not going to do anything. Exactly how I was afraid this would go down. Agate, you back off too. Let me handle this. Okay, Felicity, listen. We are here to take you into protective custody, yes. And look, I can totally sympathize with you hating this marriage thing. Oh, certainly. That's unforgivable in and of itself. The real problem, though, is Reina. Wait, I'm sorry, what do you mean? She betrayed me utterly. We were supposed to be making a little tourist trip out to Bose. See the market, say hello to Mayor Maybell. I've stopped by Bose briefly before, but never had the chance to really see it. So you can imagine how excited I was to make the trip. And then as soon as we arrive, what do I find but an arranged marriage waiting for me like a snake pit? Reina had been deceiving me from the very start. Now I see, it sounds like you guys have had problems for a while. But look, doesn't that make it even more important to go back? You should meet Reina and tell her how you really feel. No, that's impossible. I never ever want to see Reina again. Not making much progress here. Hey, come on. How long are we gonna play around? She ain't gonna come willingly. We're gonna have to be bastards about this. I really would rather it not come to that. Give me just a bit longer. I'm gonna try the hard sell. Okay, Felicity, you really won't go back to town? Absolutely not. As long as Reina and that arranged marriage are waiting for me, I never intend to set foot in Bose again. I see. Well, all I have to say then is... You really are a coward, Felicity. I'm a what? Did you just call me a coward? Yeah, I did. And how am I a coward? Explain yourself. Well, you've been listing off a whole bunch of reasons for a while now. But the real reason you don't want to go back is because you're scared of the marriage meeting, right? I am not scared! Then why not just go back to Bose and confront it? You seem dead set on making the wedding meeting out to be purely Reina's fault. But looking at the facts, there's no way she did all this because she wanted to. Think about her position. This can't possibly be just her fault. Well... And yet you're lashing onto her as an excuse to keep running away? We all run into stuff we hate in life. You don't want to risk being forced into marriage. I don't want to drag you back to Bose for it. But if we all just try to run away from it, sooner or later it catches up to us. I think Reina knew you tried to run from this. That's why she felt that she had to lie. Yes, I know that. Okay, yes, you're entirely right. That's why I'm so angry at Reina. Huh? Reina always spends so much time being nice to me, flattering me. But when it comes down to it, she couldn't be honest to me about this, of all things. Aren't real friends supposed to trust one another? Well, Estelle, isn't that what friends are supposed to do? Answer me. Is what I'm saying wrong? Whoa, Felicity, wait a second. I'd like a second to, you know, actually answer. Yeah, now I get it. You've got a lot more than just an objection to arranged marriage in this. Aren't you taking it out on the wrong person, though? You're right. Estelle isn't the one who needs my venom. I need to save this anger for Reina. Wait, so you'll go back with us? You're sure? Yes. I do feel a little more clear-headed now that I've managed to spit all that out. For now, let's go back to Bose. I need to let Reina know how much she hurt me. We don't have to leave right this second if you still need a moment, Felicity. No, I'm alright, and Estelle has a point. I can't just run from this. I need to confront what's being forced on me and let everyone know what I think. That's the spirit. Sorry, I know I was kind of playing hardball there for a while. No, I should be the one to apologize. I know that you know the answer to that question already, Estelle. Let us be off then, everyone. After all, I will need your escort on my way home. But of course, you are safe in our hands. Let's get this show on the road then. Ah, mistress, I am glad to see you are well. As am I. We've been waiting. Reina, let me be clear on one thing. I still haven't even remotely forgiven you. Yes, I'm well aware. We can, however, discuss that later. Yes, I suppose we can. This isn't something we can do in 5 or 10 minutes. Well then, lead the mistress to her seat. Of course. Mistress Felicity, please, this way. Alright. I'm sorry I put you guys through so much trouble. No, trust us. We understand. Good luck in there, okay? Yeah. See you there. Bye, everyone. You performed well, Bracers. In the place of my lord, allow me to offer you our gratitude for your efforts. It may not be much, but this is a token of our thanks. Please, take it. Yeah, thanks. Well, that's the job settled, for better or worse. But, Reina, are you okay? Your relationship with Felicity seems kind of to be, you know, a wreck. This is all for Felicity's sake. It is the fate of we servants to be hated by those we serve. Reina? Have you never, ever considered that just maybe Felicity doesn't think that way? I don't understand what you mean. Felicity thought of you as a friend, okay? Like, it's really obvious. If you thought your role was to be hated, I think that's where you two slipped away from each other. Maybe it's just a little big-headed of me saying all this, though. No, it is something we're thinking about. I believe Felicity and I will need to sit down and talk for a while, after all. However, for now, if you'll pardon me. Oh yeah, good luck. Right. Farewell. Well, that's another tempest waiting to rage in a teapot. I kind of hope they can rebuild their friendship, but man, I'm afraid this is where our involvement has come to a close, though. The rest is up to them. Okay, we got all the side quests complete. How's this tornado fan thing? Friends poison and freeze. Sure. Anything else that prevents that also prevents blind? No? Okay. Let's turn all this crap in. Check. 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 Good work as always. I see some progress. Really more jobs. Come back and do the thing. Lugren, we're back! That's 3 more monsters for the trophy room. Oh ho, good work, kids. Here, let me pay out for that before you. Sounds like they were pretty violent, but you kids seem to handle them okay. Well, about that, something's been bothering us. What is it? It's like this. Russell? Good day, Mr. Jacob. Maybell. Ah, if it isn't young Maybell. Are you on your way to services at the church? I'm afraid not. I've got to check in at the market first. I'll be sure to give Adios her full due afterwards, though. Milady. You claimed the exact same thing the other day, but ultimately did not attend. Lila, how do you remember such trivial things? I absolutely will visit today, I promise. Oh, remember, child. Hard work is good for the soul, but so is finding time for yourself. And that goes double for people in positions of responsibility, like yourself. I know. I'll find some time to go today, I promise, really. But for now, I must ask for your pardon, Jacob. Have a good day, Mr. Jacob. Pardon us. I wasn't sure about her when she nominated herself for the mayoralty, right after her poor father passed. But now, look at her, the real face of a mayor. He'd sure be proud. She could serve to learn to relax a little, but... What in Adio's name? Oh. So the monster was acting in a way that suggests they were disturbed by something? Aye, that does bother me. Yeah, it seemed kind of creepy. Oh yeah, Agate, you said something like this happened here in Bose before, right? Really? Yeah, sort of. It was before your time here, Lugran. Huh? Wait, Lugran, you haven't always been here? No, I settled in here after the 100 Days War. Before the war, there was just one guild house in Grancel, you see. The other branches were set up after we kicked the Erebonians back across the Crone. Back then, I was the receptionist and coordinator over at the Grancel house. Oh, right, I think Dad mentioned something like this once. It was right before that damn war. That's when the monsters were acting so strangely. Huh? Wait, do you mean to... Holy shit. What in Adio's name? What was that? Outside, come on! Whoa! Oh, shit. What in the... Ah! It's gigantic! That's a dragon! That's the ancient dragon, the one which legends say has dwelt in the world since antiquity. Well, this is quite the turn of events. This is the society's doing, isn't it? No denying it at this point. Ah! Aren't you Second Lieutenant Lawrence Belger? Ha! Lawrence Belger was simply an alias. Enforcer number 2, Leonhardt the Blade Lord. You may address me as such from now on. Leonhardt the Blade Lord? Ah, now I understand. Leonhardt, the Lion-Hearted. Is that why so many call you Louvet or Lion? Seriously? So you're Louvet? I never chose that name for myself, but many of my comrades call me that. Call me whatever you like. It doesn't matter in the end. Think you're so much better? Oh, he's controlling a freaking dragon. Ah! Do you intend to burn the whole city? What a headache. Wait a minute, you! Our experiment this time is somewhat irregular. I'll be frank, you can never hope to handle this. Leave it to the Royal Army. Back down for your own sakes. Is that gonna be the final boss in this game? Damn it! What should we do? He'll get away at this rate. I'm going after the lizard. You guys check on the damage while you wait for the army to get here. Huh? Agate? I'll be in touch. Agate! Oh, did my controller die? And it absolutely did. I was wondering when that would occur. It seems now it's that time. Wait! Thank Adios, you're here. Please, help us! There are people who couldn't get out in time. They're trapped under the rubble. What? Let's go help. This is awful. I think we should organize first. Wait, we've got to figure out how we're going to do this. Quickly, but we've got to. Okay, Sheriff, take Chloe and Tina and help evacuate any civilians who are still in the area. Understood. Chloe, Tina, let's get to the west exit. Yes. Coming. Zin, Olivier, we'll help clear that rubble. Right. Let us get lifting. Lila! Lila! Say something! Anything! Ugh, no good. Can't move with just us. Mayor Maybell! You guys! Estelle! Oh, Estelle! We're here to help. Is someone under there? Lila pushed me out of the way and was... Oh no. I think I can move this on my own. You there, step back a bit. Sure. It's in your hands. Yeah! Lila! Miss May. She's alive. Oh, Lila! Lila! Olivier, help me carry Lila. Leave the fair maiden to me. Well, good work, everyone. I've got word that a Royal Army detachment is heading here from the Haken Gate. You can leave the situation at the market to them. Right. To think they'd bring out a monster like that. And Lawrence, the second enforcer, Leonhardt the Blade Lord. So he's our Louvet, huh? Huh. At last, our masked villain is revealed to the audience in full. He never seemed like the kind of man to do something so heinous when we encountered him in the castle, but... Mr. Lugran? Have we heard from Agate? Unfortunately, not, Little Missy. That hot-headed fool. What in Adios name does he think he's doing? Agate! Hey, could that be? This is the Bracer Guild, Bowes Branch. Ah, you. What? What? sound of it. Yes, I understand. I'll send the others at once. Right, right. Keep it together, man. Right, right. Keep it together, man. Help is coming. That was the elder of Ravenue Village, Ryson. The dragon just attacked Ravenue moments ago. Oh no! What? The dragon torched their orchard and then flew away from the sound of it. Agate showed up afterward and helped with the firefighting. Right, we're off! Estelle, let me come with you, please. Huh? My cannon would probably help against a flying target like, a dragon and... Right, I get it. Just safety first, okay? If there's trouble, okay.
Ready?
Let's do it. Alright, I'll meet you guys near Ravenue Village, or if there's a cutscene around there. So, be right there. Chest right here on Ravenue Trail. Alright, back in Ravenue Village. No way. It's awful. Let's try and find the village elder. He's the one who contacted us. If anyone knows where Agate and the dragon went, it'll probably be him. Yeah, let's look. Oh man, this place got just torched. Completely and utterly. The screams of the children, the smoke of burning trees. Oh mercy, everything from 10 years ago has come rushing back. It took but a single moment to lose everything we had. Is he at the gravesite or is he at the orchard? He's probably in the orchard then. Assessing the damage by the hazard, some kind of a guess. Sir! I remember you. Have you come all the way from the Gilded Bows? Yes, that's right. You remember us, sir? Yes, you slew those monsters for us, and you helped with the bandits as well. It'd be hard to forget you after all that. I see. Oh no, never mind that. Where did the dragon go? And, Agate. Where's Agate? Yes. After burning the orchards, the dragon flew north. Agate showed up right afterwards and helped put out the fire. But when it was over, he simply vanished. Agate? Are you sure he didn't go up to find his sister? She lives here, right? His what? I see, so that's what Agate tells people, is it? Pardon? What do you mean? I did check earlier. Agate is not with Misha. He's not at his house either. I see. He must have gone after the dragon then. North of here. That must mean the abandoned mine the intelligence division was hiding in. My good sir, do you require any aid from us? Oh no, you don't need to fret over us. We managed to get the fires out, so all that's left now is cleaning up. More importantly, please help Agate. When he's in this sort of state, there's no telling what he might do. Got it. Everyone come on, let's search the road leading to that mine. Okay. Alright, let's go. I'll meet you guys at the mine. Chest here. And here. Alright, we're at the entrance to the abandoned mine. Ah! And it's open. This is the entrance to the abandoned mine. The door's open. Do you think? Estelle, look! The chain's been cut. It looks recent, too. I knew it. Definitely Agate's work. Looks like he went inside. We must hurry. Come on! Okay. Louvain and the dragon, huh? tamed dragon. Alright, that should be enough. We'll need a bit more time to gather the necessary data. Of course, this is the sort of job he'd shove off on me. Having a bad day? I haven't guessed, it seems. You're that red lieutenant from before, aren't you? You've got that same golden sword. It's been a while, you bastard. Agate Krosner, the heavy blade. Branker rank C. Bracer rank C. Ah, no, you were promoted to rank B after the coup. No surprise that a former member of the intelligence division would already know that. You always were sneaking around in the shadows like a rat back then. Decided to get a bit more showy this time, huh? Well, whatever. I ain't interested in arrests or anything nice like that today. I'm just gonna slice that smug look right off your face. Confident, aren't we? I wouldn't call what happened showy, personally. It was certainly nothing compared to what you saw 10 years ago. I've had a look at the records of every bracer in this country. You and I are very similar in some ways, Agate Krosner. Heh, similar, huh? You don't know shit, so don't say shit! You should know from our last encounter the difference in our abilities. On top of that, I have a dragon at my disposal, so what could possibly drive you to engage me alone? You think I give a damn about my chances of winning? I can't stand you. I'll take any chance I can to kick your ass. Unbelievable. This is the extent of your power. I won't even need the dragon. What? Ugh! We may be similar in some ways, but there's one crucial difference between us. That being the reason we take up our swords. The hell are you? I willed mine to discard my humanity and walk the path of ruin. You only wield yours in a desperate attempt to fill the emptiness within you. Swinging that lump of iron fills the void within you. For a brief moment, your rage lets you flee from your grief. But in the end, you're only deluding yourself. Shut up! Should you continue to hide behind your delusions, you will never move forward. As you are now, you are neither fit for enlightenment nor the path I follow. You will always remain incomplete. Shut the hell up! Was that Agate's voice? The way it's echoing, I think he must be in the big open mining pit. Come on, let's hurry. And hurry we shall. Sort of. Grab this chest. If you charge Deuce. There's no more monsters in this mine, so that's good. I think. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like anything else up here. Huh? This bridge was broken last time we came here. I really remember hearing that the army repaired it after the bandit incident. Oh, okay. Grab this chest. Some bait. This chest here. Another EP charge, but it's a little weaker one. Okay, so that's the bridge we were just on. Is that a wall? That's like a wall or rubble or something. Oh, another chest I didn't see last time. Got another chest. 100 victories at stake. Ah! Damn you! Careless. As the one mercy I can offer you, I'll end this quickly. Yeah! Oh shit, his sword. Ugh. Now, then, it's almost time. I should alter the Gospel's control style while I still have a moment. Just a damn second. I'm not done yet. It's not over yet. That's Agate! Tita! You still cling to that broken lump of iron. As you wish, you shall die as broken as your blade. No! Short stuff. The hell are you doing? I was worried about you, Agate, so I came here with Estella and... Tita! You, stop them. Ah! Just when I thought this day couldn't get any worse. Please. Stay away, please! You idiot. You think please will work on him? Just run already! The granddaughter of Zeiss' Professor Russell, Tita Russell. I heard you were a child genius, but no genius would ever behave so recklessly. In truth, I'm not fond of harming women or children. Still, I'll do what I must. Now, be a good girl and move. You son of a bitch. I won't move. I won't. Agate's always saving me, so I have to help him back. I have to. No, that's not it. Not just it. He's blunt, and he always looks annoyed. He always treats me like a kid and calls me things like short stuff, but he's really very nice, and he's always watching out for me. He means so much to me. I love him. So I won't move, no matter what. Tita. Heh, you're a very brave little girl. Though I can hardly believe you care that much for such a blockhead. It seems you aren't the only ones who wish to challenge me. So I'll take my leave for now. Eh? Main guns and portside guns. All hands prepare to take the field immediately. Yes, sir. Heh, they finally show their faces. Now we can begin the final experiment. Ah, wait, you! Don't forget, Agate Krosner. So long as you continue to delude yourself, you won't amount to anything. Nor can you protect anything you deem important. Wait! Now look, I stood here and listened to you run your mouth for what felt like forever. I am so not letting you get away after all that. Estelle Bright, you too should take this to heart. Huh? Once this experiment ends, our plan will enter its next stage. If you fail to keep your wits about you, I guarantee you will come to regret it. Hey, wait, what's that supposed to... Curse you, dragon! You will not flee! All hands, fire! Fire! Bring it down! As it begins, let us go, Ragnar. Damn. Double damn. Wait! Why aren't we chasing him? What are you doing? Does this have something to do with your stupid bracer grudge? Not in the slightest. That monster wasn't even scratched by rounds from a combat vessel. What do you intend to do that cannons cannot? Well, courage and recklessness are different things. I'm sure you all saw the damage to Bose and Ravenue. This has, in essence, become a war. A war. Leave the bread to the bakers, Miss Bright. If this is a war, the professionals will handle it. And if you want my advice, you're better off searching for Ouroboros' center of command. But, kid. Agate? Agate! Take it easy, okay? I just finished patching you up. You are the heavy blade, Agate, yes? Cassius tells you you're quite an active young bracer. Don't care what the old man said. General, listen. Leave the bread to the bakers, war to the professionals? You're seriously saying that? Of course I'm serious. Unlike bracers who only serve to protect private citizens, we must protect the country as a whole. We must protect liberal soil and those who live upon it. The army is the only instrument that can... protect liberal soil and those who live upon it, huh? Don't make me laugh! Whoa, Agate! Agate, calm down, please. You're always too late. You idiots move like slugs. You just worry about keeping everyone in step. You can't do shit without orders. You can't even protect the things you say you will. You can't do it now, and you didn't do it 10 years ago. Are you? I wonder. Who the hell could leave it to you? This time, gotta protect Misha myself. Agate! Is he okay? He doesn't seem to have reopened his wounds. He's simply exhausted, physically and mentally. Oh, Agate. He's making an even bigger fuss than usual. For now, he needs rest in his own bed. His home in Ravenue. My ship can take him that far at least. Ah, thank you. Wait a minute, how do you know Agate's house is in Ravenview? I remember that I met him once before. The little boy from that day has grown quite a bit. What day? It was immediately after the 100 Days War. The day the memorial to his sister and the other villagers was erected. What? I see. What a mess. Miss Bright, General, sir, I'm sorry to have caused you much trouble. No, in the end we couldn't stop the dragon's rampage. I'm sorry we weren't much help, really. You've no reason to disparage yourself, Miss Bright. Even with the dragon still on the loose, you have proven indispensable in the aid you have given others. You successfully evacuated the market, and Mr. Krosner's firefighting efforts were marvelous. Only you bracers could have responded so quickly. I have to admit, General, it feels a little strange to hear you say that. But, about Agate. Is it true that during the war his little sister was, It is, yes. Liberals forces in the Imperial Army were fighting on the village's outskirts. During the battle, some Erebonian incendiary rounds hit the village. Ultimately, some of the homes were burnt and some of our villagers lost their lives. One of them was Misha Krosner. To be honest, I'd heard a little bit about this. Agate never seemed remotely interested in talking about it, though, so I never brought it up. Now I understand. In a way, the Royal Army is culpable to that entire incident. The defensive line we established to protect the village ended up doing little more than drawing the fighting into it. The end result was large portions of the village being laid waste. Oh, and the order to establish the defensive line came from my desk. You can very easily say that the blood of those people was on my hands. General, sir, please, you don't need to blame yourself. The Royal Army was doing their duty, that's all. The whole thing was just a tragedy built on several coincidences colliding. No, Ryson, you needn't make excuses for me. Those sort of justifications hold no meaning for those who lost family. Those like that red-haired young man. Well, after the battle, I attended the funeral for the villagers dead as a representative of the army. I still clearly remember the eyes of one particular red-haired young man in attendance. Bottomless sadness, twisted by rage. Eyes such as I have never seen before or since. And I was responsible for giving him such eyes. No, that isn't true. Agate never blamed the Erebonians or the Royal Army, or even you, General. The person he blamed was himself. What do you mean? All I know is what I observed, but Agate always seemed to blame himself in some way for Misha's death. Wasn't even remotely true, of course, but he convinced himself it was. And then, after practically torturing himself over what happened, he left the village. He wanted to search for an answer. To find a way to make it up to Misha. I always thought his time as a street thug in Ruan was because of that, because he never found his answer. He did eventually get his head screwed back on and began walking the path of a bracer, but I don't think he ever truly found the answer he sought. He's still trapped by that same sadness, that same anger at himself. How terrible. Hey, General, are you sure you won't let us bracers help against the dragon? What? We definitely have some strong points the army doesn't. We're smaller, so we can respond faster. We're closer to the civilian population. It's easier for us to get to places when the army has trouble getting to, too. I know we could help if you'd let us, but now that I've heard all this, I think Agate became a bracer because he thought there was potential in those abilities. The potential to find a way to make peace with his sister. Yeah, I think I can understand now why Agate became a bracer when Dad invited him. Dad became a bracer when he lost Mom, after all. So, to prove the potential of the bracers, and more than anything, to help the people in need around me, I want to do everything I possibly can. So, please, let us help you. Ah, beautifully said, Estelle. Yes, nicely said. I wonder, had bracers been in Bose 10 years ago, could it all have been... It's nothing. Cassius is swamped with other duties, so I will be taking command of the army operations against the dragon. I need to head back to the Haken Gate and hold council over our next moves. I will take your suggestion under advisement. So then, do not be hasty. I merely said I would take it under advisement. I will contact your guild house tonight with the results of our deliberations. That is all I can promise. Right, we understand. We'll be on pins and needles for the response, General. I must pardon myself here then. Ryson, my thanks for your hospitality. No, please, come by any time. Okay, we better get back to Bose. Agate should probably stay here, huh? The slings and arrows our Raven Knight has endured shall keep him abed for several days. We should leave him to his rest. Yeah, good idea. Let's check in on him before we go and fill Tita on him. Fill in Tita on what's happening. Oh, Elder Ryson? I know now's not the best time to ask, but please take care of Agate for us. You don't need to worry. He's part of our family here. Besides, compared to 10 years ago, a dragon is nothing. We should be thanking the goddess no one's died yet. I don't know where Agate's house would even be. Would he be in the inn? There's only so many areas I can enter. Huh. That must be that house over there. Must be this house right here. Estelle! Hi, Tita. How's Agate doing? He's still asleep, but his face looks a lot better, so I think he'll be okay as long as he gets a lot of rest. I see. So, this is Agate's house, huh? It is small, but it's warm and comfortable. Yes, every reg exudes warmth. This is where he lived with his sister, then. Hey! This photograph. This looks like a picture of when Agate was a kid. That means this girl must be... Yes, I think it's Misha. Oh my goodness, she might just be the most adorable girl to have ever lived. It looks like she and Agate were very close. I think so too. Agate and Misha look really happy after all. Yeah, they really do. Agate looks about 14 in this, so Misha would be what, 12? Agate's got the face that just screams, I'm the world's biggest prankster. I bet he was an interesting kid. Still though, why did Agate keep quiet about his sister? He kept talking about her as if she was alive. Yeah, but if you think about it, Agate never said Misha was alive. He said he comes back to visit, and I bet he meant visits her grave. Now that you mention it, yeah. He still should have known we had the wrong idea about it though. Why wouldn't he correct us? I don't know, but Agate said once the work calmed down a bit, he'd introduce us all. I think he was going to tell us then. That's right, I bet that's it. Well, we can ask him later what he intended, but, Tita, we need to head back to Bo's Guildhouse soon, but, what is it? Estelle explained that the army would be contacting the guild that evening. Oh, I see. Estelle? You don't need to say anything, Tita. You're gonna say that you want to stay behind to take care of Agate, right? Or, underestimate me at your own peril, my little Tita. I can read the inside of your mind like a picture book. It's a big sister thing. Aww. We've got the rest handled, Tita. My little Tita. All you need to do now is focus on mending our Raven's broken wings. Estelle, everyone, thank you so much. Duh, you don't need to thank us. There's only one thing I'll ask you to do. When Agate wakes up, tell him what we just told you, okay? Ah, you mean the stuff about the braces and army working together? Yeah, also I want you to stop Agate from trying anything recklessly, physically if necessary. You're not to let him out of this bed until he's fully healed, got it? Yeah, I'll do my best. Estelle, everyone be careful, okay? Alright. We'll see if there's a cutscene exit in here. So let's see, I've told the story to Tita. Is there anything else we need to do? Return to the city of Bose. Right then, let's get back to Bose before the sun sets. Good idea. We'll probably hear back from the general tonight, so we better hurry back to the guild house. I feel like we're coming to the end of this chapter. I don't know yet. Sounds like you kids have had a workout. Still, to think Agate's past was that terrible. Sadly, it makes sense in some ways. Hearing this finally assembles all the pieces of the puzzle for me. It's no wonder Agate felt the way he did back then. Huh? It was 10 years ago. Practically the day after the war ended. Agate came to the mayor's house. Why? You mean to your house, Maybelle? Yes, he barged in with murder in his eyes and came face to face with my father, the mayor at the time. He demanded to know why the mayor of Bose, the man responsible for the entire region, he demanded to know why he abandoned Ravenue. Oh, I was just a child at the time, and it got to me when I saw him arguing with father for seemingly no reason. So I leapt out and slapped him. Oh man, I can see why he doesn't like remembering that, at least. Yes, though ultimately father never answered Agate's question. He did say he was going to send financial aid to help repairs. Agate grew even more livid when he heard that. He even raised his fist to strike father. But then he just left without throwing a blow. So that's what happened. That's why the air between you two seemed kind of weird. Yes, it's always hovered over us like a cloud. Still, to think Agate's sister died in the war. I've been terribly unfair to him. He bears a bit of responsibility, too, for not saying anything. You don't need to worry about it, Mayor Maybelle. I suppose. How badly is Agate hurt? Ah, don't worry, it's not too bad. He'll be up and surly again in 2, maybe 3 days. Let's be thankful for small mercies, at least. Yes, I'm glad to hear it's not serious. Yes. That, reminds me, Maybelle. How is Lila doing? Well, her injuries have been treated, but she hasn't come out of her coma yet. Oh, how despicable are a supposedly lion-hearted fugitive. Lovely, refined ladies such as Lila are treasures that ennoble the world simply by existing. I'll tell Lila you said that when she awakens. On the subject of good news, I'm glad to hear that General Morgan came to your aid. If the Guild and the Army were to truly work together, I'm convinced no force in the world can stop you. Nothing's been decided yet, so we can't make any promises. But just between you, me, and the desk, we'll make it work. There it is. Here's the call. This is the Bracer Guild, Bose branch. Oh, General, sir, we've been waiting. And here we go. Now to see just how well Morgan can set aside his pride. Oh, so that's the plan then? I understand. Tomorrow at the landing port, 10 a.m. sharp. I'll be sure to tell them. Thank you, sir. So what's the word, Lugran? The Royal Army is going to execute a plan to capture the dragon tomorrow using airships. They say they want you on one of the airships as observers. They're going to use airships? Whoa. Taking the battle to our foe in his element, then. And with the elite of the Liberlian military. Well, if we're just observers, we won't be able to actually do anything. Even so, I'm still grateful for a chance to get a closer look at that dragon. And it might just be up to us if the army fails somehow. No rest for the weary then, huh? I'm up for it. Haha. At last, some light at the end of the tunnel. Oh. Maybelle. Mayor Maybelle, are you alright? Yes, it was nothing. You look dizzy enough to be a toy top. Mayor, you must be exhausted. But, I know what Estelle just said, Mayor, but don't strain yourself. Don't worry, really, I'm hardly straining myself. During the 100 Days War, Father did everything he could to protect Bose. One time, he even conducted extremely dangerous negotiations in order to deceive the Imperial Army. Compared to what he did, this is nothing. There, Maybelle. Oh, Maybelle. Estelle, everyone, please take care of things. Please, dispel the fear that haunts the people of Bose. And Ravenue. Yeah, leave it to us. Hey, Agate. Agate, come on. Are you looking forward to your birthday? I've got a present that I'm sure that'll make you super duper happy. Huh? Something I'll like, huh? You make something tasty for me? What? No, why would you think of food when I mention a birthday present? Presents should be things that last, you know? Something you treasure forever. You really think so? Something that'll last and that I'll treasure. Hey, maybe a hunting knife or something? You just got a hunting knife from the village elder, dummy. The answer is an accessory. Handmade by yours truly. It's the headband. It's, not done yet, though. Whoa, hey. An accessory? Like, what kind of accessory? I'm not a girl, you know. Come on, Agate, you're so boring. Even boys can be stylish and cute if they have some kind of accessory. If you have one, Agate, even a stick in the mud like you will get all the ladies. Hey, come on, knock it off. Do you, really not want it? You've always taken care of me, so I wanted to give something back. I've been working really hard to make it, but if it's really not something you'd like, just don't make it too cute or flashy, okay? Don't worry. It's simple, but cool. It'll fit you perfectly, Agate, I promise. Especially since you're so tall. Yeah, it'll be perfect, I bet. Yeah, I get it, I get it. You've got me all curious now, so just make it good, okay? I will. Hey, Agate? What is it, Misha? I just want to say thank you so much for always being my big brother. Huh? A dream, huh? This is... Yeah, this should be good. Misha? Agate. She looks cute dressed like that. Oh, thank Adios, you're awake. Short stuff. How are your injuries? Do you feel okay? Yeah, this is not... Sit your ass back down, Agate. Ugh. No, don't move. You need to sleep. Your wounds aren't healed at all yet. Hey, come on. Stuff like this ain't a big deal. They'll heal fine if you ignore them. Even if you ignore them. No! I promised, Estelle. I promised I wouldn't let you out of bed until you were better. Hey. No. 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 I get it already. Phew. She's getting all worked up over a bunch of scratches. Holy crap, it's nighttime already? Where the heck is everyone? They all went back to the city for a while. They made some kind of promise to John and Morgan, I think. A promise with Morgan? Tita conveyed Estelle's message to Agate. Ah, I see. So they got Morgan moving, did they? The guild ought to be hearing from the army right about now in that case. Well, hell, I can't just... Stay here is what I want to say, but on the other hand, it is pretty late tonight. We'll get out to Bose tomorrow morning. But, look, I've had a good, long rest. I'm seriously feeling better. These really are just scratches. They'll heal up even if I'm working hard. I'm fine. Don't worry. You're sure you're not forcing yourself? Hey, give the veteran bracer a little of credit here. I ain't so crazy as to go overboard on stuff like dragons or the society twice. I can't keep putting you in danger either. Oh. Point is, I sure don't have the guts to anger my scary little nursemaid. Trust me a little here. Oh, Agate. I guess you do look a lot better, though. Told you, didn't I? I know my limits better than anyone. That's good. Hey, what's wrong? I said I'm okay, really. I swear to the goddess I ain't lying. No, that's not it. I'm just so relieved. I'm just so... Come on, short stuff, calm down. I get it, I get it. I'm sorry, Tita. I guess I made you worry pretty bad, huh? After charging off alone, I get broken like a twig in a fight I had no chance of winning. And then, on top of all that, I made you do that crazy thing to protect me. Yeah, Agate, you dummy. I was so worried and I saw you get hurt and... Yeah, you're right. I really am a complete idiot. Oh. Feel a bit calmer now? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cry like that. Eesh, you sure know how to shock a guy, you know that? That whole thing sent shivers down my spine, way worse than when I fought that silver-haired idiot. Oh, yeah. Agate, are you hungry? I made some soup with some things the village elder left. Ah, that's what smelled so good. Right on. Wait, hold on. Why is the kitchen... Huh? Let me look. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There are a few spots that are a little different, but it looks the same it did back then. And there's something like this, too. Heh, I'm amazed it survived. Huh? Alright, I'm probably losing you, aren't I? My place actually burned down 10 years ago. You mean... One of those incendiary shells from the Imperials hit it dead on. It caught fire instantly and burned down straight to the foundations. I'd heard the village elder was at his usual nutty self and had it rebuilt though, but didn't think they'd try to put the furniture and decorations back together even. I never could bring myself to come in here before. Guess I really gotta tell them thanks, given how much they did. So, then, that's when Misha... Ha, secret's out, huh? She was making me a present for my birthday. It was a handmade accessory of some kind that she thought would look good on me. When we were fleeing from the mountains, she ran back to the house to get it, and that's when the house was hit. When they finally pulled her out, she was burned pretty badly, let's put it that way. And even after everything she suffered, she still had that present clutched in her hands. Oh no. The metal parts were hopelessly melted, but the stones were still okay. Take a look. It's pretty. They ain't even septium, ain't even valuable, just some pretty rocks. Probably something she found down by the river. I've lost count of the number of times I've thought, all for this. It's funny though, you know, I can't blame her or get angry at her over it. I never intended for it to be a memento of her. When I left the village though, it was the only thing I couldn't part with, even when I became a raven down in Ruan. Ha! Pretty pathetic for a thug, right? No, not at all. No, it's pretty damn pathetic. As long as I could hold on to this, I could also hold on to my anger. My anger at myself, my anger at the worthless, spineless son of a bitch who couldn't even save his own sister. But I ended up putting all that pent-up rage into every swing of my sword. So long as I did that, I could at least feel like I was keeping it together. A half-baked man trapped by rage and self-deception and unable to move on? It's exactly like that bastard said. Agate. Nah, it's worse, ain't it? I'm just a piece of shit who runs away from anything painful. I'm the thing I hate most. A goddamn loser of a dog running around with my tail between my legs. I'm pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Agate, slap him. I don't really understand how you feel, Agate. I don't think I can really try to understand what makes you feel so hurt. But I think I need to say something in Misha's place. Don't you dare make fun of my big brother. You don't know the first thing about what makes my brother such a good guy. I know my brother better than anyone. I won't let anyone talk badly about my brother, even if it's you yourself. What? Huh? I know I might not measure up to Misha, but I still know a lot of good things about you, Agate. And so it makes me sad to hear you say such bad things about yourself. It made me kind of angry despite not really understanding what you meant. And oh man. Busting out the lectures, sounding exactly like Misha. You sure are acting grown up, short stuff. Don't treat me like a kid. I was really sad and really angry. Sad and angry? I don't know the first thing about myself, huh? You really hit it on the head. Oh? Thanks, Tita. You really helped me see it. Agate. There ain't no point in trying to judge yourself when all you can see is your own limited vision of yourself. All you can really do is plow on. Anger, sadness, neither have anything to do with it. You just have to go straight on until you find an answer. Maybe then I'll finally understand why I've held on to this thing for so long. That would be a great end to the chapter right there. So the market's already being repaired? That's wonderful. I certainly got to it quickly. It only happened yesterday. Yes, Mayor Maybell's throwing herself into it. She's already sent aid to Ravenue as well, or so I heard. Everyone's doing their best, even through their fear. I've heard word from Grandsill as well, and Grandmother has issued a proclamation. She has stated that the government will respond immediately to the threat of the dragon and will send aid to the affected areas. That's our queen. Awesome. I can think of certain lords and ministers of Erebonia who can stand to learn from such an example. They're far more interested in attending fancy parties than addressing the concerns of the citizenry. Ironically, I could say a lot of the same for the Republic. Half the time, our politicians seem to spend so much time dancing around each other that they never get anything done. Well, it may help that we're such a small country. Regardless, preparation for the plan against the dragon should be almost complete. Time to go see what the Royal Army can do then. So we should just head for the landing port, I guess, right? Yes, you're scheduled to depart at 10 a.m. at port number 1. It's about 9 now, so you should have time to pick up some supplies. Right. Won't that be a little difficult with the market or in the state it's in? The market's merchants have been put up in the hotel for now. They're still open for business, seemingly, so you should be able to pick up the necessities there. Nothing like persistence. It'll be wise to visit them before we head to the landing port. Put it now. We'll worry about that later. Till then, everybody, this has been Ark Nova, Playing Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Until next time, have a good day.